A warm good afternoon to everybody tuning in to this 22 Yards broadcast. My name is Anand. I'm your guest commentator for this afternoon. Thanks for spending the time with us. Just wanted to give you a quick update. It is currently raining in Inland. I have seen teams pack their bags and head to the car to stay safe. From the rain, so there might be delayed in toss and delay in gameplay. We'll keep you updated. But that's the update from the inline cricket grounds. Once again, thanks for spending this Saturday evening with us. It's going to be an exciting match between the Kings 2 and the Knight Riders. But once again, a rain delay as we speak. Thick clouds here. One part of the inland ground is clear and sunny at the moment, and one part is fully covered in dark grey clouds, which is causing the delay for the toss. So we'll step aside, and when we come back, hopefully we'll have an entertaining match for you right here on 22 Yards broadcast. Thanks for watching. All right, good evening, folks. Once again, my name is Anand, your guest commentator for this evening. Just wanted to let you know and give you an update as it's getting closer to 5:45 p.m. The toss most likely will be delayed because we are having quite a bit of rain here at the inland cricket ground. Thick dark clouds and the rain is not letting go. Both the teams are in their respective cars, hanging out and staying safe from the rain. So the toss will be delayed. The match also most likely delayed, depending on if the rain will let go or not. But we'll keep you updated. So don't go anywhere. You're watching the 22 broadcast live on YouTube. Want to quickly thank our sponsors, Power Physiotherapy, for massage and sports medical needs. You can also advertise like sports therapy has done. Physiotherapy has done as well. Sherbon Juices, 22 Yards broadcast. That's where we are bringing you this game from. So like and share and subscribe if you haven't done so. And OP Lawyers, Imtiaz Hafiz, the main representative for that. But once again, a rain delay has caused the delay start in the toss and much more. We'll keep you updated. Don't go anywhere. You're watching once again 22 Yards broadcast. My name is Anand. I'll be hanging out with you for the rest of the evening as long as the match continues. while we are still waiting for the rain to settle down, I just wanted to quickly talk about one of the tournaments that's going to happen right here live on 22 Yards broadcast towards the end of the July. The Smash and Grab tournament from July 31st to August 3rd. The winner will grab a cash prize or price of, I guess, 50,000 Canadian dollars. So a lot of prestige tournament coming up on 22 Yards Network. It will be in various grounds. Stick around for the details. Huge tournament set by the Calgary and District Cricket League, C&DCL. But once again, just an update from the grounds. It's still continuing to rain as well. So the toss is delayed, the match is delayed. We'll keep you updated as things go by. But you are watching once again live on 22 Yards Network, live from the Inland Cricket Grounds. And I am your guest commentator for today, Anand Unitan. Thanks for tuning in. As you can see on the video screen or the visuals right now from the camera, it's still raining, but the umpires and a couple of the fielders or the players from both the teams are out in the middle. checking out the pitch and feeling it, trying to see if it's dry enough to continue action. But we still have a delay. No official toss yet, no official decision yet. But looks like they might be doing the toss now. And we'll get you an update from the ground once it's available on the C&DCL website. So stick around. The toss happening right now. I'm not sure if it's actually a toss or just discussions once again. But whatever the discussions are, we'll see. Play will resume. We have about 7 minutes until the original scheduled game is supposed to start. But hopefully the rain will calm down for us to give a proper start and an entertaining match. So don't go anywhere once again. We'll be back with you when we have more updates. Alright, folks, I'm back with another update. I might have to deliver some more bad news just because we saw the fielders warming up. We saw the batsmen get ready, but the rain just got a tad little bit more heavier here at Adelaide Cricket Ground. So a few of the umpires and the players have headed back to their respective cars. But I do see from the corner, as you can probably see as well, they're bringing out the stumps. So hopefully maybe a bit of relief, but there is going to be much more another delay when we get things started. It's now 6 minutes past the start time we usually kick off at, but we're going to wait and see if this rain will come down for us. It's starting to become a bit brighter right above the skies here at Inland Cricket Ground, as you can see, but the rain hasn't let go. Maybe I'll have to start singing Rain, Rain, Go Away. But for now, we're gonna wait and see when action will resume. But stick around, don't go anywhere. You're watching 22 Yards broadcast right here live on YouTube. All right, folks, welcome back to the broadcast. Looks like the rain has come down, and looks like we might get a start here soon as the batsmen get ready once again, get a bit of a warm up. Fielders are walking onto the ground as well. Let's take a look quickly at the lineup for both these teams. Once again, from the toss, we couldn't cover it from the ground because of the rain. But it's the Kings too that won the toss and have elected to bowl first. Let's look at the Knight Riders batting or squad playing 11. Mohammad Wakas will play as well. Anwar, Ali Khan, Uddin Imad, Jalaluddin, Asmat Khan, Malik, Khayyam Umar, Kamaluddin, Shawal Khan, and Shabir. That's the look at the Knight Riders lineup. They're playing 11. And now the Kings too. What bowling lineup do they have? They have Jasprit Singh Gill at the back end. And then to begin at the beginning, Prabjot Singh, Randeep, Singh Jaideep, Raman Virk, Harjit Brar, Atri Manav, Kamal Gill, Jas Gill, Gursimran Singh, Gaurav Gautam, and Jasprit Singh Gill. That's a look at the starting 11. As we see some promise, we'll see some cricketing action coming here live right here on 22 Yachts Network. We'll chat soon once things get proceeded, but you're about to watch the Knight Riders and the Kings do once again the official toss. Kings 2 won the toss and elected to bowl first. All right, just want to give you another quick update. Looks like the rain has calmed down again. The fielders, fielding team at least, are on the ground or at the pitch at the moment. Just not sure what the hold up is. Players are warming up, but we haven't gotten a full start yet. Um, Not sure what the word from the middle is either. So we'll have to maybe hang around a little bit more tighter to see what the plan is to continue this form. We don't know if we'll see reduction in overs. Now it's that 20 minutes past the start time. You're watching this game live on 22 Yards broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. All right, finally, I think we are ready for some cricketing action. Once again, you're watching 22 Yachts broadcast. Let's introduce you quickly to the two batsmen starting here this evening. We'll start with Mohammad, who looks like will keep strike. Mohammad, 138 matches, a great lot of experience with 3,078 runs, a strike rate of 119 runs, or 100 strike rate of 119. And then on the other hand, his partner in crime for the beginning of the evening is Anwar. 230 matches, 4,000 runs, and up to 100 strike rate. So both batsmen well settled, well experienced. We'll start this innings. So we'll confirm the bowler with you once it started. Looks like it's going to be Jas Gill, who will be the first bowler into the attack. From, if I remember correctly, he's a left arm pacer. So we'll see some pace earlier on as we get through this innings. Once again, my name is Anand. Your guest commentator for this matchup is the match is about to get underway. The rain is gone. There is a bit of sun, and we are well underway. That's a wide-ish delivery. He couldn't connect that, but he went for it. So not a wide, good dot ball to start. Let's take a look at Jas's bowling career as well. Jas 22 matches, 37 wickets, an economy of exactly 6 runs. So really economical as well. We'll see which of the two bowlers strike here. Last match it was mainly spin bowling that gave one of the teams great momentum. And we'll see if the Pacers can do something here. We'll see how the ball will behave. As that was tapped into the point area inside the 30-yard circle. Once again, you'll have majority of the fielders inside the 30-yard circle for the first 6 overs in the power play. And then, so that means batsmen will have wide open areas to score boundaries. And with the rain, maybe they'll aim to go at least. That's hit up high above in the air. Fielders are running on top of it. But looks like the catch was dropped. It stayed in the air for a while, and because of how the wet outfield it is, the ball is wet. As you can see, one of the players is using his towel to dry that ball. So catches will be hard to come. And quickly changing strike as well. Rotating strike, that is much important. I was going to say that power play, if he can score above 50 runs, I think that's a good ideal target, especially if now the matches get reduced or the overs get reduced because of the rain. And umpire unmoved on that one as well as the batsman tried to shuffle across. Looks like it's Mohammad Waqas now on strike, so it was Anwar earlier on strike. Apologies if I mixed up that. Mohammad Waqas, the left-handed batsman. Just a one run so far given up by Jas Gill, and maybe a drop catch as well. Earlier on, that's into the offside. That will get past the 30-yard circle, but the fielder will stop it. The mid-wicket fielder. And they'll rotate strike yet once again. So Anwar will go back on strike for the last ball of this over. A good start for both sides. The batting side, the Night Riders trying to experiment what they should do in this rainy outfield. And then the Kings experimenting their bowling tactics as well. A neat tidy over, no extras, just a 2 runs. At the end of the over, it's 2 runs for the loss of none and 1 over completed. Another pacer into the attack. Prabjot will get to his bowling career in just a moment, but another left-arm pacer. I think Kings have a sneaky roster, starting with two left-arm pacers. That's something unique you see, or unique that you don't see often. Two left-arm bowlers. I myself a left-handed bowler. It's cool to see how left-handed bowlers bowl. They add a bit of extra pace. So Prabjot, 239 matches, 322 wickets. Is very sad. And that will be a wide that passes the tram line, and wicket keeper and the umpire agrees. Both at the same time, so it will be a wide. First extra of the inning. And once again, Mohammad Waqas and Anwar trying to see what the field is like. What the pitch is like, even how the ball reacts before they take any rest. They don't want to lose too many early wickets either, because that has been a common scenario. We saw the past couple of games here at England. Quick losing of the wickets does no good for your team at all. And you want as much as points and a positive run rate, net run rate you can in the points table to maybe help you in the playoffs when September comes by. Prabjot loading in. That's sent to the leg side. It will be just a single though. Over to long on. So casually rotating the strikes, both batsmen, Mohammad Waqas and Anwar. Prabjot not deciding to go over the wicket. Usually I like to go over the wicket. I don't play in elite leagues or anything, but I play with family and friends. I usually like to go over the wicket for bowlers, as that will be stopped right at the 30-yard circle. Good fielding as well. One thing you need to keep an eye out for, especially in this wet outfield, we had rain, is something what you need to evaluate is your fielder's fielding. Catches might be difficult, especially if it goes way up high in the air. But how many runs can you stop? Especially if you can stop more than 2 runs, then your bowling side is doing really well. Prabjot. Yet once again, that's into the patch. Does it appeal, but might be just little tad bit off. Or maybe there was a bit of nick onto the bat as well. But umpire was unmoved, not interested. And it was a quick appeal though, not everybody was confident. Prabjot, another tidy over so far, just 5 runs so far in the 1.4 overs. And that's knocked into the offside. That will stay within the 30-yard circle, and once again well fielded. Inside the 30-yard circle. We'll maybe see in the next couple of overs batsmen taking some risk, both Anwar and Mohammad Waqas. We'll have a lot more cricketing action coming up on 22 yards broadcast. As that's lofted into the air, it will be the first boundary of the innings. That was well hit into the offside. And like I said, the batsman will try to go take risk, and Anwar just doing that. And with the first welcome boundary for the Knight Riders, it's 12 without loss at the end of 2 overs. Just wanted to talk about quickly the jerseys as well. The Knight Riders jersey reminded me of the green environmental uniform for the Royal Challengers Bangalore as well. And then the Kings, maybe the Kolkata Knight Riders, a bit of dark blue and golden stripes. But just G coming in back into the attack from the broadcast, and that's knocked into the leg side. That will travel all the way. It will bounce though. And does it go the distance at the boundary line? We'll have to wait and see if it crossed the boundary line though. Yes, it did. But that was a good knock into the leg side. No third man in that area because of course the fielding restrictions. You have to be most of him fielders have to be inside the 30-yard circle. You can only have one or two right at the boundary marking. So a great shot for Mohammad Wakas. He joins the party as well. So Anwar and Mohammad trying to kickstart the scoring after a slow start, and that's after the leg side again. That will escape the 30-yard circle, and they'll just run the one. So good start so far. Boundary of the first ball. Once again, especially during a rainy day like this, at least 50 on the power play would be the ideal target. As they put Gully in place, and that will be a way wide delivery and a wide call by the umpire. And that's lofted into the air. Does it have momentum to reach a one? And looks like another catch was dropped right at third man area. And another unlucky one for the Kings, who won the toss, choose to bowl. Maybe not the perfect start they wanted, but Mohammad Wakas will survive another day. And that's on to the offside, knocked all the way. Will it travel to the boundary? No, it won't. But it will be at least a couple of runs between both the batsmen. As the score moves up to 21. Once again, the ball definitely needing some dryness. You need to be comfortable to hold the ball when you're bowling. And that stepping outside of the crease, trying to go leg side, but deceived by that ball. One more delivery to go, one more legal one in this over. We'll have to see how constantly we have to see this. Hopefully it brings some warmth. It's 18 degrees outside here at the inland cricket ground, and another wide delivery. So a bit of expensive one now for this over. Up to 9 runs this over so far. A good start for the Knight Riders after their two slow overs. Looks like they found their groove. One more legal delivery that tapped it to the offside. That will be kept within inside the 30-yard circle. And that will do it at the end of the over. It's 22 for no loss at the end of 3. Looks like a new bowling change coming for the Kings. Gaurav G, a newer bowler, 7 games played, 4 wickets, an economy of 6.44. We'll see what he can produce. Looks like he's going to be more of a right medium pacer. And that's swatted into the leg side. It will stay within the 30-yard circle yet once again. And good fielding. Just a single they'll get. Strike given back to Mohammad Waqas. Thought about going around the wicket, but instead he will keep it at ease for the batsman. And that ball just left alone like a test match delivery. Looks like wicketkeeper has put on his helmet. Looks like they're gonna focus on that slower deliveries. Gaurav. That tapped into the offside. And a dot ball, no run across the. Good start for Gaurav's over. Mohammad Waqas. That's knocked into the leg side. That will go all the way, but not enough for the boundary. The shot, there was power to that shot, but because of the rain, the outfield is a bit slow. Bit of friction rubbing onto the grass. So the only way to get those runs maybe will be to run those singles or doubles as hard as you can. And then the second option is to hit it more harder than you would normally if you need to get past those boundaries. But there are fielders wherever the ball has gone so far in this over for Kings. That escapes the wicketkeeper's gloves, but no harm, no extra runs. Another good dot ball, just a 2 runs from Gaurav's over so far. Great economical one, considering the conditions as well. Especially the last over was a tad bit expensive. Gaurav loading in. That's knocked into the air. Does it have the distance? Yeah, and the catch is dropped. We thought that had the distance, that stayed in the air for a while. But once again, the ball becoming slippery. The mid-wicket fielder couldn't grab a hold of it. And the two batsmen yet once again will leave to see another day in the innings. So at the end of 4 overs, it's 25 for no loss at the end of 4 overs. Let's take a quickly look at the points table. Kings 2 on top of the points table. Knight Riders at 6th place. They'll need a win at least here this afternoon to have some chance to get into the playoffs. But we'll see what the innings does. We'll see how it goes from here as the skies are slowly starting to clear up as well. And Jas Gill is back into the attack. And that's, I thought from my perspective that was wide, but the umpire says it otherwise. Totally unmoved. Anwar is the batsman on strike now. Up to 6 runs is the current run rate. 6 runs per over they're scoring at. And Anwar was not ready for that ball, so Jas has to reload. Jas running in. That's off to the offside, but that will stay at the 30-yard circle. Well fielded. By the cover point fielder there. that was an inside edge that almost could have hit the stumps. But lucky one, Anwar escapes that danger. And now Mohammad Waqas will return back on strike. Mohammad Waqas, the left-handed batsman, Anwar, the right-handed batsman. Great rotation in between both of them, and I think that's what the focus on cricket matches should be. If you can get one right-handed batsman, one left-handed batsman on the crease, especially at the beginning of your innings, you'll be well versed. And that is important because you can sometimes trick the bowlers and see how their lines, they have to adapt to the lines, they have to adapt on how they bowl. Two more balls remaining, and that strike down the ground. It will be just a single yet once again. So both Anwar and Mohammad Waqas playing it cautiously. There will be one more over after this on the power play. Not the ideal power play score they would have liked. I predict about 50 runs. That might be a little tough to get to, but maybe 40 if they aim for. A wide delivery down the leg side. Good hold by the wicketkeeper though, not letting it go for more extra runs. So Jas Gale will have to load one more legal delivery. And that almost a swing and a miss. Could have gotten the outside edge as well, but that somehow escapes the bat. And Anwar, once again, a lucky man at the crease at the end of the over. It's 28 for no loss at the end of 5. Gaurav now back into the attack. This time the wicketkeeper is standing back of the stumps yet once again. We'll see if he grabs his helmet. And as I talked about that, he's heading to grab his helmet. It was interesting to see. I thought the wicketkeeper would come right back near the stumps, but realized after testing that one ball that he's going to go much slower yet once again. Anwar back on strike after that single. And that, does he get the neck? Umpire is unmoved. Wicketkeeper is appealing. But Anwar is also unmoved, indicating that he didn't nick it. But the wicketkeeper was so confident. Bowler was confident. A few of the fielders were also confident. They came running in. But umpire was unmoved. And a funny reaction from the wicketkeeper to Anwar as well. A beautiful delivery was though that one. That now hit to the offside. It will be at least a single. just went right outside the 30-yard circle. Mohammad Waqas back on strike. Do they look to add 10 more runs with the 3 balls remaining? And now are they checking on the ball? Is there a small problem with the ball? We wonder, but looks like no. Everything is sorted out. Gaurav will continue his attack. 3 more deliveries to go. 3 more legal deliveries, that is. And that tapped into the offside. That one gets past the 30-yard circle, though it will stay within it. And another quick single to get Anwar back on strike. As you can see the scorecard, Mohammad Waqas 14 of 18 balls, Anwar 13 of 16 balls. So not the quickest of the innings both the batsmen has taken on, but they're evaluating their time and way into this innings, and that's into the offside. They'll get at least a single. One more delivery to go, one more legal one. The rain thankfully has stopped. So beautiful climate right here at the inland cricket ground. 18 degrees, beautiful. And try to sweep that, but it will just instead hit his pads and remain at the batsman area. So at the end of the power play, 32 for no loss at the end of 6 overs. Here is a quick look at the over by over chart. The most two expensive overs right at the 10 target was at the over 2 and 3. After that, the Kings 2 bowlers have really controlled the pace of this innings. Jasgill back into the attack, and that's sorted into the offside. Does it race all the way to the boundary? Looks like it will. And welcome boundary after a long time. Prabjot is the new bowler in. But Anwar, a beautiful strike. All the way down to third man, and that crosses the boundary line. So they're still finding the boundary after the power play has expired, which is a good sign to come, because now you know the batsmen have settled in and they need to accelerate the innings. Maybe they're looking at a maybe 180 target. That's a good par score. Anything above 150 is good at inland. Anything below that, the Kings do, because how great of a lineup they have, they could easily chase it down. And that's a lofted shot. That's all the way down the ground. Another boundary. Consecutive ones. A great start to Prabjot's over. 2 fours in a row. And I think they know they're going to target Prabjot. So 2 boundaries. What's next for Anwar? Anwar, another shot down the offside. It won't cross the boundary this time. A misfield, but it will stay outside that boundary line. The quick send in, and Anwar runs too quickly to get himself back on strike. Now he accelerates a bit. 24 runs, 20 balls. And comes out of the crease. Will it be a wide down the leg side? No, they'll say he shuffled across the crease to play that. So dot ball. Prabjot will be relieved because of that dot ball. It's an expensive one to start. So for 10 runs of the first 4 balls, 2 more balls still to go. What does Anwar have in his mind? One he went down, third man, one he went down, deep extra cover. Let's see what does he have under his belt. This time he'll go leg side, but he'll exactly find a fielder right there and just get a single to put Mohammad Waqas back on strike. Mohammad Waqas will just have the one ball to play in this over. A great over. We talked about how the second and third over was at the 10-run mark. Now this will be a little tad bit higher and much important for the Knight Riders, who started slow but now finding their groove yet once again. Will come round the wicket to Mohammad Waqas, and that will be a stretch, and Mohammad Waqas went for it as well, so won't be a wide, and that will do it at the end of the over. It's 43 for no loss at the end of 7. Good partnership brewing between Anwar and Mohammad Waqas. Something to note. And as we approach that 7th over mark, just want to thank our sponsors, Canadian Travel House, all your inclusive packages, cruises, hotels. All right, after a bit of a discussion, we are back. into action. Looks like they're introducing spin for the first time this innings. Gursimran, pardon me, comes into the attack. Leg spin. What does he have spinning? And an appeal for a catch behind the wicket. But umpire yet once again unmoved. We'll take a look at Gursimran's numbers coming up here in just a moment's time. And that's all the way sent to the leg side, and another drop catch. An unfortunate one for Kings 2. It's about the third catch, I believe, that they have dropped in this innings. And does it become costly? We'll find out. It has already become costly because we saw Prabjot's over become expensive. And now... And that's lofted into the leg side. But it will be held at the boundary line by the fielder. And looks like Anwar is going helmetless for the spin. But Mohammad Waqas still has his helmet on. Looks like they'll have a slip in place for Gursimran as well. Gursimran, pardon me. Little bit of a tongue twister on that name. Another good dot ball. Just the 2 singles so far. Great start to a spin spell as well. We'll see more spin as that's sent into the offset. They'll come back for at least 2 as the ball has been collected and sent in back to near the wicket keeper. And at the end of that over, it's 47 for no loss at the end of 8. Once again, I'll remind you the Smash and Grab tournament coming to Calgary between July 1st and August 3rd. 22 Yachts Network will have it live and coverage for you. And hopefully I'll be excited to be part of the tournament as well. And that's knocked into the offside. Quick single between the wickets. As Mohammad Waqas continues to be wearing the helmet. Anwar going strong with no helmet, and now Jasprit Singh is the new off spinner into the attack. Left arm off spinner, and that's net. No, it's not net. An unbelievable one. Wicket keeper gets a catch again, and umpire still unmoved, and Anwar also saying he didn't touch it as well. So Anwar will leave another day in the crease. That's lofted into the leg side. That will travel the distance. The only question is, will it cross a boundary? Yes, it will. And with a couple of bounces, another 4. That will bring up their total to 52. A 52-run partnership in this innings. A beautiful one between Anwar and Mohammad Waqas. They have been lucky though. About 3 drop catches and couple of catches behind the wicketkeeper that was not nicked by Anwar himself. So great start to the innings for the Knight Riders so far. As we slowly approach the halfway mark, right here live from the inland cricket ground, that's tossed into the air, full toss, but that will land safely just at the Deep extra cover fielder. We'll see if it's a no ball or not. Looks like not. It was just a tricky delivery tossed by Jasprit Singh. Jasprit Singh, 110 matches, 122 wickets. Bowling the final delivery of this over to Mohammad Waqas. Waqas laughs it all the way straight. And that will go past the boundary ropes. Just have to wait for a confirmation if it's a 6 or a 4. Oh, it didn't cross the boundary rope. Pardon me. It was just a 2 runs. So at that end of the over, with a boundary, it will be 55 for no loss. Gursimran back into the attack. He will have yet once again a slip in place. Bowling from the stony end. Beautiful highway here in Calgary. Smooth sailing so far. As this game is as well, smooth sailing. Except maybe a few hiccups for Kings too. But Knight Riders driving their luck. Looks like they may have counted that as a boundary because the scorers were fixing it. That's lofted into the leg side. Does it have the enough to catch it? Yes, it does. It gets taken. And the first wicket goes. As the Kings to gather to celebrate, it's Anwar that has to walk back. Great awareness at the boundary line by the fielder. And Kings 2 will be relieved after the catch was taken. Anwar has to go depart after a short stint. He goes for 33 with 33 balls, exact 100 runs for strike rate. 3 fours and a 6. And now a new batsman has to walk in. Kamaluddin will walk into the crease. I believe his brother also plays on this team. We'll introduce him later on. But Kamaluddin, 186 matches, 826 runs. And a strike rate of 100, just as what Anwar played. So maybe if they keep that momentum going, we'll see. But at the moment, I talked about last match, spin being the striker of the games, and looks like spin has produced yet once again. As we slowly approach the halfway mark. That was a sneaky one. Luckily, it didn't hit the stumps. Kamaluddin would be relieved for that, but an inside edge that travels behind. So now Mohammad Waqas, the left-handed batsman, and another right-handed batsman. So that will be another interesting combo to see how the Knight Riders will tackle, and that's sent all the way down the leg side. It will escape into the parking lot as well. Just have to wait and see if it's a boundary or a maximum. It's maximum. It's gone the distance. And Mohammad Wakas, the settled batsman, takes no time. Tells Kamaluddin what type of batsman he is. And now the floodgates have opened. Gursimran Singh will reload again. That's tapped into the offside. Will grab it back. Kamaluddin will face the last legal delivery of this over. If it is legal, that is. That's driven straight, and that will be a dot ball. So 2 in the over. 8 runs of the over, a wicket as well, an important one. It's 65 for 1 at the end of 10. Jasprit Singh will be the bowler back in. And that's straight up in the air. Will it be a catch? Yes, it is. Second win, quickly gone and dusted. The second fielder will grab it after it popped out of the hands. And all of a sudden, other Night Riders in some trouble. Both the set batsmen has to walk back now. That was a great flighted delivery. Mohammad Wakas, 27 runs of 26 balls. Maybe another tad bit of a slow innings. But both the openers back in the pavilion. And this game has a new meaning to it. Kings 2 storming back. And looks like just an update looking at the C&DCL website. I just want to update you. Looks like this match has been reduced to 18 overs. So 2 overs taken off the books because of that rain delay we had earlier. But the Kings put a stop to the bleeding of the runs against the Night Riders. 2 quick wickets. And now both the Udin brothers are in the middle. This time Udin I. And is that a proper catch? No, it bounced once. But Jasprit Singh, both the spinners I talked about striking here early on. Another tap to the offside. That will be a good stop by Jasprit Singh, and that will just spill over to the mid-off fielder. Another dot ball. So 2 quick dot balls and a wicket. Half of the over is done. 3 more deliveries to go. That are knocked into the offside. It will just spill outside the 30-yard circle, but they'll just get the single only. Back to Kamal, who will be on strike. And And a play and a miss. It could have gone either hitting the stumps, hitting the bails, or it could have gone an inside edge and a catch to the wicketkeeper. But Kamaluddin will survive another day yet once again. Batsmen have been lucky this afternoon or evening, into the evening now. About 7 o'clock here in Calgary time. And once again, this innings has been reduced to the 18 overs, pardon me. That's another quick tap to the offset at the end of the over. It's 67 for 2 at the end of 11. Gursimran is back into the attack. He striked as well as Jasprit as well striked and tried to loft that, but that will just hit the pads and be another dot ball. I think the spinners have really put a stop to this inning so far. It was Prabjot they targeted earlier on, and now Spin tried to spin the innings, has done so well. The current run rate has dropped down to 6 as well, 6 runs per over. And that's knocked into the offside. It will be just a single as it travels just past outside the 30-yard circle. Gursimran bowling from the stony end. And that's off to the leg side. That won't travel as far as well because it was not that well connected. But they'll get at least a single, and now a double because of a misfield right directed into the stumps. But does it have enough? Looks like the batsman was right back safely inside the crease. But they'll get the 2 runs. Kings too, after dropping a couple of catches, now need to be careful of those overthrows as well, especially if there is a wicket keeper. Don't need to hard throw it. Need to be mindful of where you're throwing it, the pace you're throwing it at, because you don't want to give those extra runs at all. That's into the pads, and they'll say it's far from the leg stump, going down the leg. 2 more deliveries to go. Another swing and a miss. It is stumping chance for the wicketkeeper as he attempts to put the stumps and the bails back. Randeep is the wicketkeeper, wearing shiny number 76. And that's down the leg side, down to long off. And that will be the end of that over. 71 for 2 at the end of 12. That was hit to the leg side. That was a beautiful shot by Udin. As we just watched it on the screen side, when one couple of bounces into the boundary line. It's a good start to the over for Udin and the Knight Riders as they look to maybe climb up to maybe 150 in the 18 overs. That would be a competitive total, as that was a play and a miss. Tried to swing that onto the leg side like he did in the first delivery. But that plan didn't work. Jasprit Singh back into the attack. His third over. And he flighted that one. That will get knocked onto the leg side once again. And the fielder will hold it. Just a single to rotate strikes. Kamaluddin now. And another play and a miss. Had to be careful on that one. Had the option to swing it over to the offside to get it past the point and cover point. And now that's over to the leg side. Switches hits that one. And they'll just stick with a single. So even though he gave up a boundary at the beginning, he has controlled the pace. Only just 6 runs of the over so far. One more ball to go. Singles definitely won't hurt Kings too. But watchful for those boundaries. That's a sneaky one down the inside edge. That will travel back behind the wicketkeeper. And be just another single. 78 for 2. Now just a 5 more overs to go. Because of these continuous spin attacks, we see Gursimran back quickly into the attack, and that's swatted into the offside. Will be stopped before it traveling too far. And walks out of the crease. Does it have enough stumping? They'll say Kamal made it back inside the crease in time. Both the bowler Gursimran and Randeep appealed. And Randeep shaking his head, definitely thought he had the stumping. Quick lightning one that too. Almost reminded me of Dhoni style stumping. How quick and elegant that was. Gursimran. And he knocks it into the stump. And that will do it for Kamaluddin's innings. He tried to get going, but didn't have much in his power. Just the 4 runs he scored in the 10 balls, so slowed down the innings quite a bit. And we'll see how that affects the Knight Riders moving forward. But Kamaluddin has to walk back. Maybe not how he wanted to perform. So it's a spin bowling that has done the magic so far. Jasprit Singh and Gursimran both well versed in this innings so far. That's knocked onto the leg side. It will be stopped right outside the 30-yard circle. And it's Malik who walks in, the new batsman in. We'll take a look at his numbers here in just a moment. 201 matches and 2,000 runs. So great load of experience, and that's why I think Knight Riders has been an all-right team this season so far. Kings too, of course, the more dominant one, placed in first place, but Knight Riders sticking right about that middle, the sixth position. I think it's because they have these experienced batsmen who can tackle the innings straight to Gursuman. Is that a legal catch? No, they'll say there was at least one bounce before reaching to him, but he dived to grab that one. Good fielding effort. Last ball of this over, and tried to go big, but that will just go behind the wicketkeeper, and they'll run at least for two and a direct hit. But I think Udin was back in his crease safely. So at the end of that over, with four more overs to go, it's 83 for 3. We'll see if it's possible for the Knight Riders to go past 100. Jasprit Singh back into the attack. That's over to the leg side. A sneaky one. Could have been almost wide and extra runs, but instead they'll knock it over to the leg side. And the fielder had to come diving to stop that one. Malik gets his first couple of runs on the board. Now at least one batsman will have to accelerate, whether it's Malik or Udain. Especially if they think about getting to that 130 mark, maybe that's after the offside, because the Kings too, of course, is a dominant side. They could chase down a low score easily. So you need to have something par. Maybe 120, 130 would be ideal. We'll find out if that's possible. But Udain is back on strike. That's swept into the leg side. Another single. Once again, like I mentioned earlier, Kings too wouldn't mind these singles and doubles. It's just boundaries they'll keep an eye out for, and the spinners have really controlled that one as well. Not too much given away in terms of bad deliveries at all. Maybe a couple of wides here and there, but they've been disciplined with no balls as well. Nothing in terms of no balls. That's straight down the ground. That will be another single as they continue to keep rotating the strike. I think the outfield is still wet. That Jasprit Singh continues to use the towel from the umpire to dry the ball up. That over to the leg side. It will stay within the 30-yard circle. Another quick single across the crease. One more delivery to go. On to the offside. That will be well fielded within the 30-yard circle, and it will be thrown directly to the fielder on that leg side. And at the end of that over, it's 90 for 3 at the end of 15 overs. Once again, if you're watching this broadcast live on YouTube, if you are enjoying my commentary and enjoying this coverage between the Kings 2 and the Knight Riders, do please like, share, and subscribe. Bring all your friends to watch. We would really appreciate the support right here on 22 Yards Network. And turn on that bell icon as well. Much important, especially when we have more tournaments and matches coming up. You want to be alerted to that one. Looks like we have a new bowling change. Off spinner. A tricky off spinner. And that won't race to the boundary, but it will be at least a couple of runs as they get back safely. Raman is the new bowler in. We'll get to his stats in just a moment. Raman started off the ball on his left hand, now moved it to his right hand, and tricky one, unpredictable, but that will be a wide delivery. Raman now. There is that, I believe, in this South Africa team or maybe the Pakistan team, not quite sure. There is that one bowler who always pauses his action. That's what he reminds me of, Raman. So we'll see that action once again. And that's lofted into the leg side. That was high in the air and that should be taken. Yes, it is taken. It traveled in the air. But and that's safely taken. So it traveled in the air and a great catch. At this time I think the ball is much more drier, so you can get a hold of it much more easily because we haven't had rain in a while. So those catches becoming easy. Catches win your matches. And that will be the end of the fourth wicket as Udin has to walk back. Not much of celebrations from the Kings 2 side either, because they know their innings is coming up. They don't want to be too much distracted. But Udin walks back to the pavilion. Ali is the new man in, as he marks his batting guard. Ali 113 matches, 3,200 runs. And straight away he gets off the mark on a shot off to the offside. One more delivery to go in this over. Important or two more deliveries to go. Important start for Raman as well in a spell. Not sure if he will get his entire 4-over quota, because not all the bowlers will, because of how the match has been reduced to 18 overs. But he'll maybe get one more over. We'll see if that's possible. That's lofted high into the air. And that will be a drop opportunity, and that will cross the boundary line. So an important strike for Ali. We'll confirm if that's a 4 or a 6, but that was an opportunity. Down at third man. And it's a boundary as now Knight Riders get to the 100-run mark. We'll get to see in just 2 overs time how the batting card looks like. Not the quickest of the starts, but then they had few things going. They built up a short stints of partnerships. And now we welcome a pacer back into the attack. Final 2 overs of this innings. 100 runs up for the Knight Riders. And that was a hit to the offside. It will be fielded right near the 30-yard circle. Prabjot is the man back into the attack. He was expensive in his past couple of overs. Maybe he will slow things down. Cannot always be your day. It was the spinners that were having a party in the middle. Raman, Gursriman, and Jasprit. Good delivery there by Prabjot. We'll see if he can get a wicket in the next 4 balls. Prabjot. An inside edge. Luckily, it didn't travel more back. Otherwise, it could have been right into the stumps. But Prabjot will be happy with that dot delivery. 101 for 4 now. 3 more balls to go in this over, and then 1 last over remaining till we get an innings break. Be sure to go grab a snack or water to drink while we are at the innings break. And that will go all the way for a boundary. No fielders were able to stop it. And a good shot by Ali K. Not much effort either. Just tapped it along a misfield, and that went to the boundary. So 105. Maybe 130 is now possible. But they'll need a lot of runs for that. That's knocked into the air. Does it have the distance to catch it? No, that's a drop catch. Oh my goodness, would you believe it? It all of a sudden looked like catching was going to be easy because the ball started drying. But that's another drop catch. Will it be costly? As they move up to 107, there are a few players with their hands on their head. They shouldn't have dropped that one. The Kings too. One thing they'll be focusing on in their fielding department, or the fielding coaches might take a look at, is the catches. They've taken a couple brilliant catches, but a couple have been dropped too. And 1 more over to go. 108 for 4 at the end of 17. Alright, they'll continue with the pacer for the final over of this innings. Jas Gill. One quick strike rotation. And that was a play and a miss. And Randeep tried to run quickly to the stumps to possibly get him run out. Or even, run out. Malik is the man on strike, the newest batsman on crease. Malik after the offside, lobs it that bit. But that will reach safely to a fielder. Just a 1 run, 110 now. So 115 is the next likely possible target. Way far from the tramline, so it will be a wide. So 111 now. 115 still possible, maybe 120 for the Knight Riders. And that's hit down the ground. Just a single, they'll come hard for 2. And couldn't knock right into the stump. So they'll run for 2 important runs between the wickets. They realized the fielder was going to be slow to getting it back into the crease. So they took the risk. Moves to 113. 2 more balls to go. And that's lofted into the air. It's still up in the air. Does it get taken? No, another drop catch. Oh my goodness, would you believe it? These batsmen have some fortune of lucky. But maybe that stayed in the air for a while, so you can maybe give the benefit of the doubt. It was hard to catch. They had to run real estate. And now it's up to 115 is 120 possible. 150 20 is possible, but that's stopped right at the boundary line and easily run out. So they'll just get the one run. And at the end of the innings, looks like they'll end up with 116. So the Kings too need 118 to win this match. Once the scorecard is updated, I'll give you a look at the batting scorecard. It looks like now it's updated. So Mohammad Waqas started off the innings. Both Anwar and Mohammad Waqas, they were tad bit slow, but so maybe they could have gotten higher runs, but they were a tad bit slow. 27-33, and then Kamaluddin out for the 4 runs, who slowed down the innings a bit as well. And then Uddin Ahmad with a quick stint of 15, and then Malik and Ali Khan stayed in crease for a 12 and 18. So good bowling effort by the spinners, like I talked about. The most economical one was Gaurav Gautam, who slowed down the innings really well. 2 overs for 7, no wickets though, when wicketless. And then Gursraman Singh, 4 overs, 21 runs, 2 wickets. And then 1 wicket apiece for Jasprit and Raman. So the spinners will be the focus of the match in this first innings at least. And we'll see if the the Knight Riders bring out spinners early on, or will they wait till after the power play. So, your match summary. Let's take a look at the top scorers or top performers. It was Anwar, Mohammad Waqas, and Ali Khan for the Knight Riders. For the Kings too, it was Gursraman, Raman, and Jasprit. So, at the end of all of this, the Kings too complete the innings successfully, and now the Kings too will need 117 to win from the 18 overs. Just 6 runs per over required, 6.50 to be exact. We'll step aside for an innings break and be right back. You're watching the 22 Yards Network right here live on YouTube. And just like that, we are back for the second innings. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. If you're watching live on 22 Yards broadcast, my name is Anand, your guest commentator for this evening. Shawal K. We'll get the things going. Looks like they'll start with the Pacers to begin with. It would be interesting to see some spin option because spin was the perfect example for Kings too that created wickets. So Shawal K, 115 7 matches, 120 wickets. And on strike, the first batsman, the left-handed batsman, Prabjot, will be the first batsman facing strike. Prabjot, 239 runs, 239 matches, 4,000 runs under his belt, and straight away, what a swing! An outside swing that almost tricked Prabjot into nicking that one. And we'll keep an eye out for how great the wicketkeeper was because Randeep for Kings 2 was excellent. Making those quick stumpings, taking those quick catches, thinking and there was a nick attached to it. But the batsman was lucky at times. Now the Knight Riders will have to defend 117 runs. We'll see what's possible. We'll see what kind of twist we have in this innings. Another swinging delivery. Great start to the over for Shawal. He's definitely making the batsman think. And the batsman once again, Prabjot. And his partner in crime is the wicketkeeper Randeep. We're in the shiny 76. Randeep, 219 matches, 6,000 runs. Holy moly. He could be a power batter, and that's why Kings 2 remain at the top of the table. Prabjot knocks it into the air. It stays in the air. Is it taken? No, it is dropped. We'll have to find out if catches win matches, and that's one of the key cliches in cricket. But if you don't take those catches, your team could be in trouble. But that was an opportunity for the Knight Riders. Looks like they'll change up the field in this power play once again. Most fielders inside the 30-yard circle. Just about 2 players outside the 30-yard circle, right at the boundary line. Right now they're mostly on the leg side. Then the swing and a miss. Came out of the crease to play that Prabjot. Not finding his timing at all so far. Great bowling effort by Shawal so far. And sir, it's Randeep now on strike, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's his first ball. It will be curious how they tackle this innings. They can go as slow as they want. But they'll need to be mindful of the overs. That swung into the leg side. That will go all the way. It will cross the boundary. Just a matter of if it had a bounce or not, or it was straighted. It was a maximum all the way without bouncing. First strike. Randeep showing his efforts with the wicket keeping and now with the bat as well. So good stats that climbs them up to 8 runs per over. And this is probably the quicker start also the Knight Riders wanted, but they started slow and used the second and third overs. Came down the track again. That will be stopped by the wicketkeeper, a play and a miss, and that will be the end of that over. 7 for no loss at the end of 1. Once again, the smash and grab tournament coming to locally Calgary. Up to $50,000 in Canadian for players to win as a crash prize. The final first place winner, I should say. The smash and grab T20 tournament. More game day action coming up as well. All will be live on 22 Yards broadcast. like I talked about how spinners were a thing of interest. Anwar is into the attack for some spin. Off spinner looks like a slip in place for him. That down the leg side. It will travel back, but a fielder is there to stop it. It will be wide and bice and one extra run. Let's take a look at Anwar's bowling numbers. Anwar 231 matches, 139 wickets, so plenty of spin experience. And an economy of 5.84. Randeep is on strike. Right into the pads. Is a given. Yes, it is. So no neck. But the umpire says it's plumb straight on. And Randeep was not happy with that decision. But he'll have to walk regardless. Knight Riders strike early. Is this the twist in the tail I was talking about? How the spinners produced all day long. And they provide it. An early blow for the top team in the league. Kings 2 batsman Randeep has to walk back. Just a 6 runs under his belt with a maximum. We thought he was gonna go striking more. But his day will get cut short. He's not as lucky as the Knight Riders batsmen were. And now do we see a twist in the tail as now Raman walks into bat. Raman V, 5 matches, 124 runs. A blasty strike rate of 169.86. We'll see if he can get some commanding into the innings. I think that's the right move sending him. If he can blast a few knocks. But that was a quick wicket for the Knight Riders. Cricket is always a spinning tale of stories. And this is the first one. Anwar striking early. And that will be knocked down to the offside. It will go past the 30-yard circle. But the fielders will grab a hold of it before it running to the boundary. Tapped into the leg side. It will be held yet once again by the fielder. So great start to the over so far for Anwar. Just one wide and by Gaiman. Then it was a wicket, a single and a dot. So just a 3 runs so far. A play and a miss. There was possibility of it being nicked or him going down the crease. Prabjot. But he will mark his safeguard at the crease there. And he won't invite a chance to be stumped. That's all the way. Lofted, leg side, beauty shot. Will it travel all the way to the boundary? Yes, it will. And one bounce at least into the ropes. And it will be a boundary. So good start for Prabjot. Much needed one. Moves the strike rate up to 7.64. Or I should say current run rate to 7.64. The required run rate goes down to 6.37. And that's tapped straight down. And Anwar will hold the ball at the end of the over. 14 for 1 at the end of 2. The sun is now beautifully back here at Inland Cricket Ground. As now Shawal is back into the attack. Shawal will bowl from the broadcast end right, where our broadcast car is sitting. And actually, I'm just the one in the broadcast car today, bringing you this live coverage between, and that's knocked into the stumps. Looks like the bails has fallen. And the Kings to the top team in the division in early trouble. Raman tried to go for that shot, but he didn't know, or I don't know if he spotted that ball well. He plays it early, and it's knocked into the bails. And another twist in the tail now. You would have thought maybe the shorter of runs would be easy to chase down, but Shawal has other things to say. And Raman has to walk back without not disturbing the score as much. And this is an ideal start for the Knight Riders. They lost the toss, they were put to bat. They did show some lucky strikes and they had a few beautiful boundaries. And now they are showing it with the ball, being determined and resilient. So Shawal strikes, Anwar striked. What's next? What's in the books as we wait for the next batsman to walk in? It's funny how sports works, whether it's hockey, whether it's lacrosse, whether it's cricket. Each second can change the outcome of a game. And that's what we are seeing as Harjeet now walks into the middle. He's the next man in. "71 matches of experience and 1,103 runs under his belt. So he has some power hitting. We'll see if that power hitting will help him tonight. Harjeet playing it cautiously. He knows that Shawal can be a lethal pacer. Not off the mark yet, Harjeet. The captain for Knight Riders will be so happy with how they've started this innings. And that's straight down the ground. That will be a welcome boundary as it will race all the way down. It will be one bounce into the ropes. So Harjeet striking on early. Much needed for his team. Harjeet now looking to maybe hit one more. That's up in the air. It's still going down. But will it cross the boundary line? No, good effort at the boundary line. It was in the air for a while. but it will be enough to just get them the 2 runs. Two more runs added. And that escapes the fielder, a misfield. They'll come back for two. Quick running between the wickets. They won't get run. Oh, miscommunication. And they'll get it. A miscommunication at the crease. There was a misfield there, but was there a run? That's the biggest question. And now, 3 wickets gone. Are the Knight Riders gonna take this one? And are the Kings too in trouble? Another batsman has to walk. And that was Prabjot who was giving the support to Harjeet, who just walked in. Now they'll have to trust Harjeet to carry on the rest of the innings. And his new partner in crime now. Singh, who has just walked in, 154 matches, 3,000 runs, and a strike rate of 95. He'll need to strike with some power, because although this innings could be in Kings 2's hand, they are down 3 wickets. And if a couple more goes down, then they could be in real trouble. And a beautiful over from Shawal. A wicket, a run out, and just the one boundary. 22 for 3 at the end of 3. Back to more spin. Anwar. Can he provide a twist in the tail again? Harjeet is on strike. Harjeet hasn't been afraid to go for the knocks. But he'll tap that one to his leg side and a dot delivery to start his second over. Harjeet up into the air. And that will race all the way. A maximum for Harjeet. Straight down the ground. A beautiful strike. And I think if Knight Riders want to keep an eye on a batsman to get him out, it's Harjeet who is striking massively. Just now the 89 needed from 88 balls. Get couple more runs and then lower the tally of the balls and the runs, and you're in good hands. And that's tapped into the offside. It will be stopped right at the 30-yard circle. So 3 wickets down in the power play for the Kings too. But they have great current run rate, 8 runs per over they are going at. Another tap, and his partner in crime Singh says no need to take that run. So, quick couple of comeback deliveries from Anwar. That's lofted into the air. Does that go the distance? Yes, it does. It crosses the boundary line. Another beautiful shot from Harjeet. Just waiting for the confirmation if it's a 6 or a 4. Another beauty 6. It went all the way high. And Harjeet with 2 maximums taking on this innings. One more ball to go for Harjeet. Another one, another beauty. Down the leg side, indicates a 6 yet once again. And this is unbelievable batting from Harjeet. An important over for the Kings too. A bad over from the Knight Riders. It was all the effort they had from Shawal. And now looks like they're gonna go for a bowling change. Suddenly climbs up to 10 runs per over. So new bowler into the attack, Khayyam. Looks like maybe a little bit of a slower medium pace bowler. 242 matches, 140 wickets, I believe. That's not into the offside. Quick run. And that throw was overthrown. Misfield. Not what you want to do when you're chasing such a low score. They'll just get the one run though between the wickets. Now just a 76 needed. Required run rate gone down to 5 runs per over. Current run rate close to 10, 9.84. Khayyam notes in. Beautifully taps that onto the offside as dot ball. Now no need to carelessly play the Kings too. They targeted Anwar in that over. Now they have some breathing room. They need to play cautiously. And that hits the bat and then the pads. And it will be reachable for the wicket keeper. Is that given out? No, it's not given out. They said to bend off to the leg side. And maybe got a neck to it as well because the umpire hasn't signaled leg bias yet. Maybe got a neck towards the end and off to the offside. That will escape the fielder. That will race. It will stop short of the boundary line. Another misfield. Perhaps at that far end, and they'll come back for at least 3 now, I believe. No, they'll look to take a third one now. And Knight Riders in bit of confusion about the fielding. Nobody communicating properly with that misfields. It has been twice in the inning so far. Couple of misfields that have led to extra runs. Harjeet now on strike after taking the 3. And at the end of that over, it's 45 for 3 at the end of 5 overs. They'll bring back some pace. The Knight Riders, Kamaluddin, brought into the attack. We'll see if he can do something magical for his team. And that's swatted into the offside, and a catch has been taken. Looks like what a beauty catch right at the 30-yard circle. And another batsman has to depart. It's Singh that has to walk back. And the Knight Riders, like I said, continues to put a tail in the twist. Or a twist in the tail, I should say. And as Singh walks back in a frame, not the ideal run chase the Kings 2 are looking for. Just gone for the 4 runs. Not disturbing the scoring at all. And now all of a sudden, the Kings 2 have a heavy task on their hand. As soon as you bring a bowling change, you see the difference it makes. And I think whatever the captain for the Knight Riders have under his belt or under his sleeves, it's working. Kamal G is the next batsman in. And now the only batsman they can trust the Kings to are now Harjeet. Give him as much strikes as possible. 56 matches, 789 runs for Kamal. Now Harjeet has a tall task in his hand. Kamal will have to play cautiously. Give him some support as Kamal bowls the next one. That's after the offside, but that will be well stopped. But they'll find a gap to take a quick single. They can just work with singles. Kings 2 will be happy with just singles. They'll need to give some room for comfort as well, because this is as close as it can get in a run chase. Good start to the over so far for Kamal. 1 wicket and just a single given so far. That's tapped into the offside. No slips in place for the new bowler. Beautiful shot lifted into the air. A welcome boundary. It will go past that, but just wondering if there was a bounce or not. No bounce at all. It's gone all the way the distance. And Harjeet continues to work his magic. I wouldn't be surprised if he chases this innings alone, because he is determined to do that. But one blow to him can deter that plans too. Moves up to 33. Strike rate of 194, 4 sixers in his innings so far, Harjeet. Magnificent batting. One that he will remember if his team is able to chase this down. Kamal running up once again. Straight to the offside, but will be kept in at the 30-yard circle. No run needed there. One more legal delivery to go, Harjeet. What do they decide to do? Does he take a single and get back on strike? Or does he give Kamal the next over? We'll find out. Maybe got an inside edge appeal. But umpire unmoved. So Kamal will have to come back on strike. A great over, a great comeback over despite that one maximum. Just a 7 runs and a wicket. It's 52 for 4 at the end of 6 overs. Want to thank our sponsors quickly in this second innings. Sherbet Juices, real good fruit juices. OP Lawyers, Imtiaz Hafiz. He's the main representative. And then Power Physiotherapy for any sports injuries or physiotherapy support. Visit them as well. And if you want to be a part of our broadcast, reach out to 22 Yards Broadcast to be a sponsor. We always love the support, appreciate it. And if you're watching just right now, be sure to share, like and subscribe, because we'll have plenty more matches coming up on 22 Yards Broadcast. As Kayam is back into the attack. Kamal is the man on strike. Kamal tried to play that, but swing and a miss. Now I think Kamal will be looking to just tap it, give it back to Harjeet, because he's the man in form. And one batsman that the Knight Riders may be scared of at the moment. Tries to tap that, but doesn't go enough to cross paths. So it will be another dot ball. Good start to the over for Kayam so far. He was economical in his first over, just the 5 runs given, and now 2 dot deliveries to start. And that's off to the leg side. Miscommunication and running, and couldn't get into the stumps right away. Otherwise, Harjeet would have been gone. Kayam couldn't collect the ball in time, but otherwise that could have been a big blow. It could have been the decider of the innings, but Harjeet will remain lucky, because the Knight Riders batsmen were lucky. He will be lucky. That's lofted into the air, and that's a drop catch. Another opportunity gone down right at the boundary line, but it will be just a single, so no balls for tear. Harjeet. Two more balls left in this over. Just a one single run. Harjeet plays it over to escape the 30-yard circle. Just a one run again. Kamal now. Back on strike. That's tapped into the offside. Maybe a smart move to give Harjeet the strike back, depending on who the next bowler is going to be. At the end of 7 overs, it's 54 for 4. Once again, want to quickly talk about, in case I don't get a chance later on in the broadcast, the Smash and Grab tournament coming to live in Calgary. 50,000 Canadian dollars as a prize for the winner of the tournament as well. Registrations are open now. Check out our social media platforms as well and register before it's too late. I'm told that it's a prestigious tournament. If I do get a chance to work at it, it will be my first ever Smash and Grab tournament. So excited for that already. Coming up end of July 31st to August 3rd. And that will be live and broadcasted on 22 Yards Network. As now Kamal who started off the last over really well, will get an opportunity to bowl to Harjeet. Can he strike on the first ball like he did last over? Harjeet knocks it over to the offside. It will race. And it will be stopped right at the boundary line. Just a one single. Kamal. Kamal bowling to Kamal. Kamal G is the one on strike. Kamal U is bowling. Kamaluddin. Still quite a few more runs to get. 62 runs from 65 balls. That onto the offside, right inside the 30-yard circle yet once again. Power play has been done for the Kings too. They'll find more fielders outside the 30-yard circle right at the boundary markings. So maybe getting a tad bit difficult to score those boundaries. But Harjeet has shown he's not afraid of hitting those maximums. Swing and a miss. That will miss the wicketkeeper too and race all the way back down. They'll get back for two. And good running between the wickets. They realized that ball went for byes. Oh, it's not byes. Looks like they got a neck. So maybe a chance for a catch as well. That wicketkeeper Jalal couldn't hold on to. Kamal gets back on strike. And that off to the offside. There will be a fielder right there to stop that. They'll get back for two easily yet once again. An open field area. Kamaluddin bowling from the stony end. And another swing and a miss. Last ball of the inning is Kamaluddin will serve it. And that will be a single quick rotation across the crease. At the end of the over, it will be 60 for 4 at the end of 8 overs. Khayyam back into the attack. Now the wicketkeeper is right at the stumps to bowl to him. Kamal G is on strike. And that's after the leg side. That will escape the wicketkeeper and they'll come back for two. Quick running between the wickets and easy run out. That's the question. Looks like he made it home safely though, Kamal G. It was quick running between the wickets and they'll say it's a leg byes. Maybe perhaps I thought the leg umpire showed the leg by signal, but they haven't. They've counted it as 2 runs for Kamal. So now 55 needed for the Kings too. Knight Riders will also feel gutted if they took early wickets. They did what they had to do. But if they don't win the match, they would be probably gutted as well. But we'll find out what this match has to hold. Another dot ball, tap straight ahead. The fielder and mid-off will stop that. Just 2 runs to start the over so far, and 2 dot deliveries. That's a play and a miss. And fumbles out of the wicket-keeper's gloves as well. Good over for Kayam so far. Really economical, even though he's wicketless so far. And straight, that could have been maybe a plum, but maybe got an edge. And Kamal need to give that strike back to Harjeet, because the chase is becoming a little tighter. That's hit down the ground, but it will be just a single. To end of that over, Kamal will keep strike when we come back for the 10th over. But it's 63 for 4 at the end of 9. Asmat is into the attack. Off spinner, bringing back the spin options strategically. 22 matches, 29 runs. Sorry, 22 matches, uh, 29 wickets, I should say. And he has a slip in place early on. Kamalji tried to sweep that shot, but mistimed it totally. Won't be a wide as he shuffled across his crease. Try to go down the leg side, back behind the wicketkeeper. Asmat, good start to the bowling so far. That's flighted into the air, and the fielder will grab it. Asmat bowling from the stony end. This is as close as a chase can get to. They need to score only singles every ball, but one mistake could lead to a disaster. As that's an open field, they'll try to come back for 2, but the wicketkeeper gets to it quickly and looks on his shoulder where to throw it to, but he'll opt to hold it and then hands it over to his fielder right near at the wickets. Kamal back on strike, just 2 runs to begin this over. So far, 3 balls gone by. That's onto the leg side. But will it have enough power to reach the boundary? No, they'll come back for at least 2 before the fielder is able to get to it. And played right into the stumps. That's Gonzo and Kamal, who struggled at the beginning. Couldn't get going as much as his partner Harjeet did. And Now all of a sudden the Kings 2 are 5 down. All smiles in the dugout for the Knight Riders. They know job is not done yet, but they have something to hold on to. I told you the spinners have been valuable for this match especially. 50 runs from 49 needed. Atri, the new batsman in. We'll get to his stats in just a moment after this final delivery. Or actually, we'll get to it now because Atri is just setting up his gloves and marking his batting guard. Atri, 154 matches, 3,000 runs, and strike rate of 82. This experience will be needed along with Harjeet. That's out to the offside, but stopped well at the 30-yard circle. A neat, tidy over, almost like a death over. Just a 4 runs and a wicket. Asmat, beauty. And looks like Khayyam will be right back into the attack for his final over. He has been economical as well, just the 10 runs in his 3 overs. He has been quietly good as well. Now the only question is maybe if it was 120, 125 for the Knight Riders, it could have been a little bit more tougher challenge for the Kings too. But now with Harjeet on strike, what's going to be happening? We'll find out. Khayyam back to bowl his final over of the spell. Harjeet on strike. He taps that into the offside. One run, quick strike to Atri, who hasn't gotten off the mark yet. Down the leg side, it will be a wide. No touch of the pad or bat as it travelled down to the leg side. Quick stop by the wicketkeeper as well. That's lofted into the air. Does it go the distance? No, it doesn't. It will land short safely as well, just right outside the 30-yard circle. As Harjeet is back on strike. Looks like Khayyam is a bowler that they haven't chosen to target. And playing it cautiously, that was in the air for a moment, but came down again, tried to almost swipe that. Another quiet over so far, just 3 more balls remaining. And just a 4 runs so far. Atri. Over to the offside, a great shot. That won't travel to the boundary though. But it will be stopped and they'll come back for at least 2. And back home safely. Now almost a run per ball as the run chase required. Harjeet Shur needing some repair, take the shoelace. Two more balls remaining. Artery down the offside. It would race to the boundary yet once again. A slight bit of a slow outfield. You need that power to go the all the distance. We'll get another two. One more ball to go this over. Another quiet over from Kayam. Steps down. That will be stopped well inside the 30-yard circle. Another good over for Kayam at the end of. He'll go wicketless in his 4 overs. 76 for 5 at the end of 11. Let's take a look quickly before Asmat comes back into the attack. Quick batting card. Just Kamal Gill and Harjeet, the difference makers for Kings 2. We'll take a look at the bowling card and at the end of the next over. As now Asmat will chip into ball. A play and a miss, not wide. It's within the tramline itself, and he went for it as well. Artery asking for that wide. Umpire unmoved. Dot ball to start the over. And a misfield overthrow. It will stay within the 30-yard circle, so they won't go for the third run, but it will be 2 runs regardless. Artery will come back on strike. 39 now needed. Still a close one, still anybody's game. Because they have lifeline Harjeet on strike or in the crease, still batting. Artery will need to get going as well. This could be an interesting run chase. Try to slog that one, but another dot ball mistimes that. Doesn't get connected at all. Harjeet says to calm down that nerve, slow it down. Watch that ball carefully. That's flighted as well. Another dot ball. These spinners are introducing some havoc. And the Kings too, who remain at the top of the table, having some struggle scoring those runs. I don't know if it's the ball, I don't know if it's the pitch conditions out there. And that almost got knocked into the stumps as well. Another dot ball. 12 overs gone, it's 78 for 5. And as promised, we'll look at the bowling card as well. Shawal Khan. 2 overs, 15 runs, 1 wicket. Economical. The most economical Kayam. 4 overs for 19, 4.75. Or actually, I should say Asmat Khan is the most economical. Just 3 runs per over. 6 runs given up. And a wicket. So, spinners have done the trick. Especially Asmat. And now Shawal. We just talked about him. He's back into the attack for some space. They want to get Harjeet out. I think that's one of the tactics they're doing. Try to get spin out. Try to get pace out. Mix between the both those two. And whichever gives you an opportunity, do it, because Harjeet can be dangerous. That's a full toss ball. That's swifted all the way to the offside. Not a good start for Shawal, as that's sent all the way to the boundary. So Kings too have relied on Harjeet to carry this chase across. Now Shawal will need to be mindful of his length, the line he delivers, because those full tosses can be easily hit. Shawal loading up. That tapped into the leg side. They'll take a quick single. Wicketkeeper tried to aim it to the wicket, but he decided not to take that risk because misfielding has been an issue for Knight Riders as well. Couple misfields that have gone for extra runs. Atri now one strike. Still anybody's game from what I can see. That's hit into the edge, but the wicketkeeper couldn't hold of that. What if there was a slip? Now, Atri, is he run out? Maybe a little too late. The fielders are not happy. Maybe Shawal should have gone for the direct hit. But Atri will survive another day. The fielders are not happy. They definitely claim he was run out. Shawal is a bit heated up. He definitely thought he had him. But both the umpires, the leg side umpire and the umpire right at the middle, says otherwise. Shawal now. That's all the way lofted onto the leg side. Does it go the distance? Yes, it does. A maximum for Harjeet. He moves to his 49. He's the man to watch out for this innings. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins the player of the match. Harjeet, take a bow. You have delivered a masterful innings. But they still have work to do, the Kings too. Harjeet moves to 49. One more run to get his 50. He'll want to do it quickly because the clouds are back again here at Inland. And he'll get it comfortably back. Harjeet onto his 50. Not much of a celebration because he knows job is not done. One more ball to go in this over. 50 of 28, 178 strike rate. 5 sixes, 2 fours for Harjeet. One more ball, Shawal. Right up in the air, it's gone all the way up. And it will just land safely in between the two fielders. So at that end of the over, it's 92 for 5. And now the Kings do need 25 runs of the 5 overs remaining. Asmat is back into the attack. 6 runs in his 2 overs, been really economical. Hope he stays economical with Atri on strike. That's after the offside. They'll run for at least one. Give Harjeet back the strike. Does Harjeet target Asmat is the question. 24 runs still required for the Kings too. And that almost could have got knocked into the stumps. And Asmat thought Harjeet nicked it as well. So the wicket keeper, did he miss a chance of catch is the question as well. That's all the way to the leg side. That's racing. And that will cross the boundary. And it's another 4 for Harjeet. He continues to drive this innings. Just need 20 now. And now with the current run rate at 7.19 and 5 wickets in hand, the Kings too are back in the driver's seat. Just 4 runs required run rate, 4.44. Down to the leg side, a lofted shot. And another mistimed catch, and that catch has been dropped. They'll get a single though out of that. And that was a golden opportunity to get Harjeet. But if you drop those catches won't win you matches. Or dropping catches won't win you matches, I should say. That's not plumb in front given. Atri is gone. Asmat strikes. But Harjeet is still on crease. Is it enough for the Knight Riders? They get Atri. And now do we have a new twist in the tail? Atri has to walk back. "11 from the 16 balls. Mixed of emotions from both camps. The Kings do know they're within striking distance. But the Knight Riders also know that it's possible for them to win this one because they have taken 6 wickets now. This could be a nail-biting finish. And once again, a quick thank you to our broadcast sponsors, Sherbet Juices, OP Lawyers, Power Physiotherapy, Canadian Travel House. Appreciate all the support you do. New bowler into the attack. Looks like Malik H will bowl some off spin. 214 wickets. Can he get a wicket? They know spinner has been great. As Just Gill is the next batsman in. The partner in crime for Harjeet. Just Gill bowled beautifully. That's tapped into the offside. It will run for at least 2 runs. They'll get easy 2 runs. Tapped away into near the third man. And 100 up for the Kings too. A few more shots need to go their way, and this game is in their books. Harjeet wasn't ready, so Malik will have to reload. Quick running between the wickets. They'll easily get back home. Despite that direct hit at the wicket keeper's end. And now Just Gill will get on strike. Just Gill, left-handed batsman. 23 matches, 368 runs. Strike rate of 111. Does he have any weapons under his belt? We'll find out. That's tapped. It won't go as far as he would have liked to. Rotate strikes back to Harjeet. Harjeet is definitely a player of the match consideration, as that's locked into the leg side. And that will cross the boundary actually. That shot wasn't hit with power, but it crossed the boundary markings. And Just Gill off the mark with that boundary. Almost made it look easy. And now he goes lofted long. But that won't go the distance. It will be at least a couple of runs between the crease. And now just a 10 runs required in the 3 overs remaining. Now it's almost under the hands of Kings too. They just need to finish it off. If they had maybe gotten a wicket of Harjeet earlier on, they would have had the chance, the Knight Riders. But the Kings too back in the driver's seat. This game definitely tilted at points. We didn't take a look at the warm card, and let's take a look at that quickly as they get another bowler change in. Yeah, Kings too in the red, cruising up each time. Met almost at the same point where Knight Riders were at one point, but then cruised ever since up. Thanks to Harjeet once again. First played a remarkable knock. Now the captains and the players were deciding who should bowl next. Looks like they'll go with some pace. Kamaluddin. They need a beautiful death over. The Knight Riders, if they stand down, any chance of winning. A Bumrah-like over would do magic. But we'll find out. Harjeet is the man on strike. Harjeet tried to go long, but it will be just swatted off to the leg side. And we'll just get the one to get Just Gill back on strike. Just the 9 runs needed now. There are plenty of balls. Just try not to lose a wicket is all the Kings too can do. That's onto the offside. A chance for a run out. If it was directed, Harjeet could have been gone. And that could have put another twist to the end, but he will live to survive another day. Looks like Just Gill doesn't have a helmet, and they've asked for a helmet from the dugout. Of course, Kamal is a pacer bowler, needs to wear a helmet. Of course, commendable that umpires ensure the safety of the players. That's what right over to the leg side. Just Gill. Will get a single and hand it over back to and that's over to the leg side, and that will be stopped right at the boundary line. Will get a single across the crease, and now just 6 runs needed, almost near winning zone. The Kings too, they faced adversity, they were resilient, and now they hopefully will get the job done. And that's why they are one of the top teams, actually the top team in the C&DCL Elite T20 rankings. They gets the edge, and Just Gill has to walk back. Is it another twist in the tail? Maybe a little too late. But Just Gill has to walk back after nicking that. Not too much of a celebration from the Knight Riders camp. But Just Gill has to walk back. He played a supportive innings for his partner Harjeet. Rotating the strikes well. And the wicketkeeper takes a beautiful catch. Next man is Gursriman, who bowled a beautiful spinning innings. 610 runs in the 77 matches. He is also batter, but down the lower order. I'm sure he would like to strike something in this next ball. Maybe a 6 and then just the 1 run needed for the Kings too. But I think my wishes of rain go away earlier in the match helped a lot, because it's much beautiful. We were able to see an entertaining mix of emotion matches here this evening. Final thank you to all our sponsors: Power Physiotherapy, Sherbon Juices, OP Lawyers, Canadian Travel House as well. And then if you haven't already liked, share and subscribe. Bring all your friends to the next match. I believe we are back on Tuesday here at Inland Cricket Ground, where Vibor will have the commentary on that one for you. And maybe I'll chip in between. But today has been a real pleasure doing it. As Shawal is back into the attack. Just 7 runs needed. Gursirman. Sorry, it's Harjeet on strike. He will hand it over to Gursirman. Harjeet giving word of advice to his new partner in crime. The discussion would have been either if he can go for that shot, go for that shot, or if not, just tap it and give me a single and then I can finish it off. Because they just need the 6 runs remaining. Gursimran. Over to the offside, that will race all the way to the boundary. Beautiful shot. Or maybe it has to cross the boundary line, maybe not. They'll come back for 2. It went almost close the boundary line, though it was open field in that area too. And the Knight Riders now will feel a little gutted. They had the match at one point, but Harjeet was the difference maker. Up to 61 of 37. And that's off to the leg side, stopped right inside the 30-yard circle. Just the 4 runs now needed. If Harjeet didn't play his knocks, this game would have been different. Straight right into the hands of Shawal, and Gursirman is gone. A beautiful catch. Short stint of celebrations. And it might have hurt Shawal's hand a bit as well. But regardless, a good catch taken off the second bounce. And Gursirman has to go walk back. Still need the 4 runs, Kings too. Can Gaurav finish off this innings? 4 runs required. And a slip in place now for Shawal. Down the ground to the leg side, but it will be stopped right inside the 30-yard circle. Great fielding placements by the Knight Riders players as well. Right at the mid-wicket. On the leg side. One more ball to go. Nice tidy over from Shawal. Curious to see if it goes until the next over. That's it to the leg side. It will escape the 30-yard circle, but they will just run the one. Harjeet won't be on strike for the final over. It will be curious to see. They still need 3 runs, 6 balls. Big decision for the Knight Riders. Big one for the Kings too. It is going to be a nail-biting finish. We have all sorts of group discussion from the Knight Riders. Who is going to bowl the last over? Looks like a spinner is bowling. Anwar is back. He was expensive in his 2 overs, but he has been given the finishing job. It's Gaurav on strike. Harjeet is ready to run. We could be in for an exciting finish. Stick around. Final over upon us. Anwar. Down the leg side, dot delivery. Good start to the over, dot delivery. Anwar. Can he do the unthinkable? Another ball. Down the leg. It will be just the one run. So Harjeet will be back on strike. 2 runs from 4 balls. Does Harjeet finish it off in this shot? He has done that many a times. But does Anwar have something up his sleeves? We'll find out. That's straight up into the air. Does it reach a fielder? Copperfield is converging and it's a drop catch. It's a drop catch. And they get back for 2. And that will do it. The Kings 2 in a resilient chase. One thought that might not get done. But Harjeet, what a beauty. Salute to him. Maybe the team buys him dinner tonight, but what a performance from Harjeet. As the players complete their handshakes, we'll take a look at the batting card and the bowling card here soon, and the points table and the player of the match, so stick around, don't go anywhere. The batting card, here you go. Prabjot, Randeep and Raman couldn't show anything on the cards. But you see that big boulder, Harjeet Brar, 63 runs of 38 balls, a magnificent knock. And then had some company, Kamal Gill, 13 runs, Atri, 11 runs. But the rest were all single digits, and Gaurav played the last finishing touches to get Harjeet back on strike. On the other hand, Knight Riders, they thought they had the job done, but it was little too late. They wanted to get Harjeet out sooner. But Shawal Khan with 2 wickets, Kamaluddin with 2 wickets, Asmat Khan with 2 wickets. And then the most economical of the bowlers were Asmat Khan. And your summary now from this game. Knight Riders were sent to bat first. Struggled a bit at the beginning. Got some runs in the middle. But then couldn't go past 120. I think if it was 120 or 125, they could have got it this game under control. But then Harjeet, the difference maker. And now looking at the points table. Kings 2 remains on top, 6 matches, 5 wins. And just 1 match with no result. Knight Riders stays at 6th as well. 5 matches played, 2 won, 3 lost. And with a total of 12 points. So Kings 2 on top, Kings 1 at 2nd place, and the Calgary Cricket Academy at 3rd. And let's see if the player of the match has been published as well. Without a doubt, Harjeet Brar, 63 runs. A beautiful knock to cap off the innings. And with that, once again, a huge thanks once again to our sponsors, Sherwan Juices, OP Lawyers, Canadian Travel House. And if you want to advertise, and as well Power Physiotherapy, and if you want to ever advertise, reach out to 22 Yards Broadcast. That will do it for me as your guest commentator. Thanks so much for spending the time with me. We'll be back on Tuesday right here at the Inland Cricket Ground. Till then, safe travels home. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you all soon.